out to the second witness. You know my playlist be all over the place. You feel me? We're just gonna start it off on some wicked shit. On some real wicked shit. Just all over the place. He said that last shit was good. Man. Let's play something for everybody that fuck with the boom bap. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all fuck with that boom bap? With that boom bap.
Stakes is high when you talking about stakes is high. You know them stakes is high. We be talking about vibration. Stakes is high. You know them stakes is high. The instamatic focal point bringing damage to your burrow. Be some brothers from the east with them beats that be thorough. Got the solar gravitation, so I'm bound to pull it. I gets down like brothers are found, ducking from bullets. Gun control means using both hands in my land, where it's all about the cautious living. Migrating to a higher form of consequence. Compliments are struggling, that shouldn't be notable. Man, every word I say should be a hip-hop quote. I'm sick of bitches shaking asses. I'm sick of talking about blood, sick of Versace glasses, sick of slang, sick of half-ass award shows, sick of name brand clothes, sick of R&B bitches over bullshit tracks, cocaine and cracks, which brings sickness to black. Sick of swole head rappers with they sickening raps, claps and gaps, making the whole sick world collapse. The facts are getting sicker, even sicker perhaps. I stick a bush to make a bundle to escape the synapse. Man, life can get all up in your ass, baby. You better work it out. Now let me tell you what it's all about. A skin not considered equal. A meteor has more right than my people who be wasting time screaming who they've hated. That's why the native tongues has officially been reinstated. Stakes is high. You know them stakes is high. When we talking about stakes is high. Y'all know them stakes is high when we dealing with them. Stakes is high. Man, stakes is high. Yo, it's about love of cars, love for funds, loving to love mad sex, loving to love guns, love for opposite, love for fame and wealth, love for the fact of no longer loving yourself, kid. We living in them days of the man-made ways where every aspect is vivid. These brothers no longer talk shit, and yo, these niggas live it. About to give it to you 24/7 on the microphone. Plug one, translating the zone. No offense to a player, but yo, I don't play. And if you take offense, fuck it, got to be that way. JD Dub, show your love, what you got to say? I say G's and make you take is at a high regard. And niggas dying for it nowadays ain't hard. Investing in fantasies and not God. Welcome to reality, see times is hard. People try to snatch the credit but can't claim the card. Showing out in videos saying they co-starred. See shit like that'll make your mama cry. Better watch the way you spend it cause the stakes is high. You know them stakes is high when you're dealing with the stakes is high. Man, them stakes is high. Check it. I think that smiling in public is against the law. Cause love don't get you through life no more. It's who you know and how you son, and how you getting in and who the man holding heat, yo. And how was the skins and how high, yo, what up, high? I heard you caught a body. Seem like every man and woman shared a life of John Gotti. But they ain't organized. Mixing crimes with life enzymes, taking the big scout route. And niggas, no doubt, better than they know they daughters and they sons. Yo, people go through pain and still don't gain positive contact. Just like my main man who got others cleaning up his physical influence. His mind got congested, he got the non-influent. Neighborhoods are now hoods, cause nobody's neighbors, just animals surviving with that animal behavior under eye. Who be rhyming from dark to light sky. Experiments where needles and skin connect. No wonder where we live is called the projects. When the stakes is high, you damn sure try to do anything to get the piece of the pie. A electrify. Even die for the cash, but at last you be out, even though you're wanting more. This issue was closed like an elevator door, but soon reopen once we get to the next floor with the vibe. Stakes is high. You know them stakes is high. We're dealing with the vibe. Stakes is high. Stakes is high. Come on. Vibe. Vibration.
Shout out to Disc Golf. What's going on, bro? out to the GRC, North Carolina. Come on.
My eyes roll in my head, I toss and turn in my bed. In the morning when I think about you,
Yes, I do.
simply put, you're the reason why. Even though I'm real shy, I attempt to look my best for you.
Indeed, I do. Cause you affect me, fascinate me. I thank heaven
For the things that feels like candy.
so sweet, sweet.
So tender.
You're taking my appetite, but it's alright.
It's like candy.
Oh, look real nice, wrapped up
So
tight.
tender.
Giving me a heart attack. It's the kind I like.
It's like candy. It's so tender.
Why you do? You're like a brand new feeling in a special way. A surprise package on a bright, clear, sunny day. And wrapped up tight.
So good.
Strawberry, raspberry, all those good things. Violets and gumdrops, that's what you're saying to me. Oh,
Sweet candy. It's like candy.
so seems like good candy to me. Oh, baby. Oh,
It's so
just can
candy.
you watch this? Oh, baby.
It's like
Shout out to Juan. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you and your family. Hope all is well. For real. Hope all is good. Shout out to St. Cliff. Long time no see, bro. How you been, man? Hope all is well. Shout out to you in your camp.
Only halfway, and before I even argue, he is looking out the window. to the woman who has come in. She is shaking her umbrella, and I look the other way as they are kissing their hellos, and I'm pretending not to see them, and instead I pour the milk. I open up the paper. There's a story of an actor who had died while he was drinking. It was no one I had heard of, and I'm turning to the horoscope and looking for the funnies when I'm feeling someone watching me, and so I raise my head. There's a woman on the outside looking inside. Does she see me? No, she does not really see me, 'cause she sees her own reflection. And I'm trying not to notice that she's hitching up her skirt, and while she's straightening her stockings, her hair has gotten wet. Oh, this rain, it will continue through the morning as I'm listening to the bells of the cathedral. I am thinking of your voice.
Shout out to brother Brian.
Could you put your back down now? I am here for some fun. Oh! I am so careful. It is hot in this desert, sucker. Sucker, sucker. Where's all the humming people at? Where they at? Say it loud. Oh! You got me on. What was that? Say it loud. Humping is the newest thing to do. I say 6 big tons of coal. What do you get? A bigger hump in your back, son. Oh! Put your back down, son. Face your rock to the vicious hump. Where's all the humping people at? Where they at? Say it loud. Kick the humper by his toe. You wanna see it? Check it out. I'll put your back down and raise your rump into the vicious hump. You got it. Keep humping. Hump it up. See, mean, miny, mo. Catch a hump by his toe. If he's humping, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh! to the vicious hump. Oh. Oh. The dig. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the hump stick, but he had a hump in his back. Oh, get with me, y'all. Where's all the humping people at? Where they at? Hump it in the key one. Can you dig it? Where's all the humping people at? Where they at? My brother say humping. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch up pail of water. Jack got down and Jill came around. Now they have a son and a daughter. Hit me. 16 tons of coal. What do you get? A bigger hump in your back. Where's all the humping people at? Where they at? Say it loud, y'all.
Where did you go? You're telling me that you love me. But boy, you know that you belong to another girl who loves you. You are so fine, you blow my mind with the things you do to me. She's not fine, she's not fine.
Man, shout out to everybody on the East Coast tapping in. Shout out to all the good people in the room. Shout out to everybody giving me your time. I really appreciate that. You can be doing anything, but you over here, up in this thing, tapped out, doing what you do. Come on.
Friends ask how could I give myself to wanna belong to someone else. They just don't know your love so good that they would want it for themselves. Anyone can so fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind with the things you do to me. She's not fine, she's not fine. Makes you do it for me, all I know. I'm doing to you.
And I appreciate that in a major way, man.
I don't know what to do.
I appreciate that in a major way. Thank you.
You got me so confused. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know what to do. All that I know is I'm so into you. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know what to do. You got me so confused. You got me so confused. Don't know what I'm gonna do.
Damn. Last year, Valentine's Day, you would warmly say, babe, I love you, love you. Yo, he's babe, lying. I swear, held you when you were sick, even the whole time I think to myself, this isn't fair. What is this I see? No. You don't come home to me. Oh no. When you don't come home to me, man, can't deal, can't bear. You keep telling me lies, but to your surprise, look, I found her red coat and your bitch caught out there. Truck your flames and watch it blow up on me. How you gonna see it now? So far from sincere, fabrications in my ear drive me so far up the wall. I come sliding down. What is this I see? I don't believe you. You don't come home to me. When you don't come home to me, I can't deal, can't bear. I won't. You keep telling me lies, but to your surprise, look, I hope you're happy since you're caught out there. Yeah, you've been caught. Yo, come on. Yo. Come on. Yo. I hate you so much right now. 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 She's so raunchy, so vulgar. Not me, why the hell her? Look, she dresses, look at her, a mess. What do you see? I don't know. It's not all about cash. Hell no. Nor how much you flash. How I dress is a reflection of me. What is this I see? You don't come home to me. When you don't come home to me, can't deal, can't bear. Told you I won't. You keep telling me lies, but to your surprise, look, I got something for y'all since you're caught out there. I hate you so much right now.
needed some affection. When you open your heart to me, now I'm falling in love, and I can't get enough of your love. There ain't nobody who can love me like you do. Nobody. Ain't no reason that I'll ever be untrue. Ever be untrue. There's no need for me to try. I can't find the reason why. Ain't nobody who can really love me like you do. Since you've been in my life, now I have direction, and I know where I want to be. Boy, you know it's with you, 'cause I love what you do when you're making sweet love to me. I thought I was wrong for wanting to be with you all the time. I never knew that you would play games with my mind. Nobody who can love me like you do. No, ain't no reason that I won't ever be untrue. There's no need for me to try. I can't find the reason why. Who can really love me like you do? Me in your arms, I get this feeling. Fill me with your love. Can't nobody love me like you. Nobody can. 'Cause you give me a good love. Oh yeah. Ain't nobody who can love me like you hold me in your arms. I get this feeling. I love. Can't nobody, baby. Oh yeah. Give me a good love. Give me a good love. Ain't nobody who can love me. Ain't nobody. Fill me with your love. Fill me with your love. Can't nobody love me like you, boy. Can't nobody. Give me a good love. Ain't nobody who can love me like you do. Ain't nobody. Only you can give me a good love. Give me a good love. 'Cause there ain't nobody who can love me like you do. Me in your arms. There ain't only baby. Can't nobody love me like you, boy. 'Cause you give me a good love. Give me your love. Ain't nobody who can love me like you do. You hold me in your arms. I get this feeling. I get with your love. Can't nobody love me like you, boy. 'Cause you give me a good love.
Be cool, Juan. Appreciate your time. Be easy, man.
Who can love me like you do? You hold me in your arms. I get this feeling. Tell me, baby.
Operating under the crooked American system too long. Outcast, pronounced outcast. Adjective meaning homeless or unaccepted in society. But let's look deeper than that. Are you an outcast? If you understand and feel the basic principles and fundamental truths contained within this music, you probably are. If you think it's all about pimping hoes and slamming Cadillac doors, you probably a cracker. Or a nigga that think he a cracker. Or maybe just don't understand. An outcast is someone who is not considered to be part of the normal world. He's looked at differently. He's not accepted because of his clothes, his hair, his occupation, his beliefs, or his skin color. Now look at yourself. Are you an outcast? I know I am. As a matter of fact, fuck being anything else. It's only so much time left in this crazy world. Wake up, niggas, and realize what's going on around you. Poisoning of the food and water, tampering of cigarettes, disease engineering, control over your life. Take back your existence or die like a punk. This is Big Rube saying right on to the real and death to the fakers. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your brain. Folks falling like rain. Poverty got me selling things. Guess I'm gonna explain. Jane is rolled up, no gangs be throwed up. But still, Andre got action. They sweat like keep all of my teeth. I take it upon myself to handle mine. Thinking that you got ample time to do this. Have you shot up? Thought you knew this. I'm crumbling. No time for problems. Selling my sacks. Watching my back. Whipping them up like slish. Leaving them in they splash of blood. The clock is ticking. Niggas from my block is missing. I'm putting it down like it be hot before we all get shot. Got only so much time in this bastard. Me to be claiming pro, but I be saying they procrastinating. Settling for less. Better be ready when they roll up in your nest and sink one in your chest and you gone. Up out of here for good. Y'all be bobbing back and forth to let me know you understood. Yeah, what's up?
There's only so much time left in this crazy world. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. Niggas killing niggas, they don't understand. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth.
So check me out, see, once in a while when niggas be trying to test me, I get risky, grab a pint of golden whiskey, then they swing, but shit, they miss me, I'm getting nice with them things, because I do like that. You heard me on the radio, and yes, my man, I'm true to that. I run my lyrics the way I wanna hear them, and shoot my dice against the bricks the way I wanna flick them. Niggas a ring around the roses, diamonds around my neck from flexing, but I'm running niggas over like a 94 Lexus tested. 10 millimeters, count them, nigga, fuck a 9. See, I added a millimeter for y'all niggas doing crimes and drive-by. Kiss your ass, bye-bye, sayonara, suckers. I flip the script and turn the page, it's scared of your motherfuckers. Be popping shots like them hoes be popping cooties, and I still be spreading bullets like them freaks be spreading cooties. So look at niggas, I'm hunting Red October. I said my shit and ran my lyrics, and now my verse is over.
There's only so much time left in this crazy world. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. Niggas killing niggas, they don't understand. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth.
Woo. Big boy got a sample nugget blunt box. It's empty, that's what the earth be dropping. It's simply marvelous, time is ticking. But some of the time when I be laying vocals in the dungeon, sugar bear and mom be smoking ounces like it ain't nothing. It ain't shit to take another hit, so hit it up. The cannabis, sativa, weed, reefer, yeah, smoke shit. It's all they end till they label me deceased. So fire up another one and smoke out and fuck a world peace.
We is gonna smoke out until we choke out like some merry men. Cowards I be burying. Coming around my trap with that see nigga, you get nothing. Just like DJ do the cut and I be having your posse ducking nothing but king shit. I am asking, sucker, can you hang? That player with the pepper throwing salt off in your game. Sprinkle, sprinkle, motherfucker, don't be crying on me. That's something that's me in my chest until I'm chilling in peace. Yeah.
There's only so much time left in this crazy world. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. Niggas killing niggas, they don't understand. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth.
Oh shit now, coming in like two fat hoes sitting off on cornflakes. Dropping these things like french fries and hot grease. Big gift, get him our PA outcast, the J-O-Y. Just let y'all niggas know, forever pimpin', never slippin', that's how it is. That's how it's gonna be, that's how it was in the past, that's how it's gonna be in the future, nigga. It's all day and day, so what you wanna do with it? Bring that shit on, know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There's only so much time left in this crazy world. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. Niggas killing niggas, they don't understand. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. There's only so crazy world. I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. in this crazy world. I'm just criminal nerd. I'm just criminal nerd.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up, I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just,
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money, my dreams come true, my life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
turn 7 to a 14, 14 to a whole thing. Lord knows it's a cold game. Switched up on you hoes, man. Big body take both lanes. Backseat blowing propane. All black, 5 gold chains. Young rich nigga bossed up on his own, man. My new shit sound like a soul train. Tookie Williams over Coltrane. Eric B by the rope chain. RC, we for show bang. Tiny Lokes and they go crazy. What you know about the dope game? Was you born in the 80s? Did your mama smoke cocaine? Have you ever seen the whole thing? But you drove to the streets cause you grew up on show change. Fucked up when the dope beige. It remind me when these rappers drop duds and they quotes change. Had to part with the low fade. I was standing in front of Knicks with my sack for the whole day. Drive-bys, that was road rage. And we park and hop out, learn levels to this whole thing. Old school play the OJs, tryna make a slow change. Mama still slaving for a low wage. Tryna double up, yeah. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just,
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money, my dreams come true, my life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
Appreciate that, Ty. Shout out to Jay Hunter, man. Diego, you know what it is. What's going on, bro?
Small money and chain too.
Let me down.
It's hard to catch what you can't see. I grew up to be who I wanna be, so the more niggas talk, I'ma shine. Might have been way before it's time. Posted with my back against the wall. Life is a bitch, but she mine. The rag 6 do, she is mine. The west side too, yeah, it's mine. What you know about? Your poster on the wall at the dealership. Leaving in the bed, legs trembling. Getting banged on for your penalties. What you know about? Your response be the reason you exist. Lucky I ain't get caught up in the twist. Young nigga blue pager on my hip, so as the champagne spill and the car accelerate and the beat gon' cry. I'll be going to the bank at least 3-4 times. Getting handshakes from the branch managers. We keep doing fly shit when the cameras cut.
double up, yeah. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money. My dreams come true. My life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
I'll leave it behind if you let me. I run and got drowned just to hold you down. I jump off the ledge if you with me. I'll bring you up, you just let me down. Let me down. Let me down.
Savage. Man, I'm stoned. But guess what? You know I appreciate every time you tap in, brother. Tapping in from Mississippi. You know what I'm talking about? 99 point Delic. Come on. Right here. This is some healthy shit. I don't know if y'all got something out of that. That's Grover Washington Jr. DMX also sampled it on I think it's Slippin'. Come on. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope everybody had a cool Christmas. And I hope you have a fire New Year 2020, the winning team. Back up in here, Essence.
Relax, my love, spread your wings for the flight. We'll take a pleasure cruise all through the night. Intoxicated with so much affection, spontaneity, the only direction. Put your trust in me, have no fear. Soon that special moment will be here. I'll take you where you've never been before. I'll be the key, you be the door. Intimate connection, baby. Serious. Oh, baby. Intimate connection, baby. Serious. Oh, baby. you and me. No experience will ever be so sweet. I can't wait till we repeat. Intimate connection, baby. Serious. Oh, baby. Intimate connection, baby. Serious. Oh, baby. Intimate connection, baby. Serious. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Intimate connection, baby. Serious. Oh, baby. Intimate connection, baby. Serious. Oh, baby. Intimate connection,
I want somebody to walk up behind me and kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. I want somebody to walk up behind me and kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. It's such a long time, I forgot that I was fine. Just kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. I want somebody to walk up behind me and kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. If you want to feel me, better be divine. Bring me water, water for my mind. Nothing, breathe love in my air. Don't abuse me, 'cause these herbs are rare. If you want to feel me, better be divine. Bring me water, water for my mind. Nothing, breathe love in my air. Don't abuse me, 'cause these herbs are rare. To feel me, baby.
one who cares and dares to give himself completely. You got it in me. You need a man with sensitivity. You need a man, not any man, warm and sensitive. That's what I can give. You need a man, not any man, warm and sensitive. That's what I can give. You need a man, not any man, warm and sensitive. That's what I can give.
Oh, this that fly shit. Absolutely. Sensitive DMX.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They called the Ghostbusters and they're in control. Had a throwing party for a bunch of children. Well, all the while the slime was under the building. So they packed up a group, got a grip, came equipped, grabbed their proton packs on the back, and they split. Found out about Beagle, the master of evil. Try to battle my boys? That's not legal.
Shout out to Shy. What's going on, man? How you living?
Hot soul, dance. About you and you and me, you're gonna be winning. If you want something better, you gotta wanna give your all. 'Cause I believe so much in we, and no, we're not kidding. If you feel the same as me, you gotta wanna take the ball. Now find out that nothing is given.
Nigga, you like Albie Shore. You like Albie Shore. You talking about Ralph Transvant? I'm dead. Y'all better stop playing with me. Y'all be up in here night and day and all that other shit. And all my... Come on. God tripping. Y'all tripping.
You gotta go for what you know. It comes a time in our lives you wanna be bigger. Gotta keep on pushing. You gotta learn to take control, yeah. Now I found out that nothing's given. Don't know where the cards may fall. All I know is that we gotta get it. We gotta make it all our own. Well, I guess we're gonna have to take.
Don't try to water it down now. Don't try to water it down.
If it's up to us, we
know you fuck with Albie Shore.
gotta take it home. Gotta take it home. Hot soul, dance. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They called the Ghostbusters and
What y'all talking about?
Had a throwing party for a bunch of children. Well, all the while the slime was under the building. So they packed up and group, got a grip, came equipped, grabbed their proton packs on the back, and they split. Found out about Beagle, the master of evil. Try to battle
never gonna hear love songs the same. How the hell did DMX and Ice Cube ruin it? How the hell that happened? The fuck? Yeah, you know it. Oh my God.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call it Ghostbusters and the end control. Had them throwing parties for a bunch of children. Well, all the while,
So what the hell you be on the vinyl life for? I be playing all that corny shit. I be playing Bell Biv DeVoe. I be playing all that corny shit. Man, we need to go in the bar room for a minute. Essence, can you make these niggas a drink? Somebody close the door. Make them a drink.
Begin now, back together again. Loving is better than it's ever been. If it weren't for the trials we've been through, I'd never have the courage to come back to you. We're all entitled to make a mistake. We got to prepare for some heartbreak. I was earning my man while I was learning my man. Something you young girls might not understand. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain, no. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. There was an old lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. But love
What y'all gotta say about it now? She sound like DMX too?
little pleasure's worth a whole lot of pain. If you learn this secret, how to forgive, a longer and a better life you'll live. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. Anything worth having at all is worth working for and waiting for. Some of my closest friends have thought they had their thing on a string just because their man was bringing them flowers and candy and all kinds of gifts. Honey, some gifts are just to make him feel better while he's
Shy,
on his
you probably
guilt
on
trip
AP tour
about the
right
night
now
before.
in the bar room.
Especially when you know you haven't been doing the things you should do. Think about it. What is the man trying
You
to
right
tell
on
you?
AP tour.
Sometimes flowers mean maybe we should just be
North
friends.
Miro.
Get my drift? Hang
You
if
right
can
off of
hang.
Miro.
No pain.
At the
no
bar
gain.
room right now.
To get something, gotta give something in order to be.
What the hell y'all talking about?
You gotta go through something.
Essence about to come pull you up.
Be a cook
She about to pull up.
lady in the street. You
They
can't
right in
show
the
your
night
face
ward.
to every guy you meet. It's alright to be a little sweet, but be a mama with the kids and you know what in the sheets. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain. Oh, no pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. See, you can't give up 'cause times get hard. It's just that old devil trying to keep us apart. Say, devil, you ain't got nothing.
Why they play this shit at all the bar rooms in New Orleans?
Have no fear.
All the bar rooms, they play that shit.
No pain, no gain, no gain.
They got a bounce version of this.
No pain, no pain.
They unbounce this shit out. In New Orleans, they bounce everything out.
No pain, no
They bounce everything out in New Orleans. Everything gets bounced out.
No, 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 no.
I ain't lying.
No, 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 no. No, no. No, no. No, no. No. No.
Come on.
Give something to be something. You gotta go through something. No pain, no pain, no gain. Oh, no pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. No, 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 no pain, no, 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 no gain, no, no.
Essence, they bounce everything out. Shai said, not tonight. Hey, I done had my days all on AP Toro. I done had my share of bar room. Start playing with me. Then they have a spot called the New Edition. Who remember the New Edition? All my New Orleans people up in here. You know I used to be at the bar rooms and shit. I used to be at the New Edition right there on AB Toro. Man. New Orleans, they balanced this shit out. Yeah, in the 7th Ward, right there on AP Toro. On the right-hand side. New Edition. That bitch was a real hole in the wall, but that was my shit. Oh, come on, man. Hey, pre-Katrina, all them hole in the wall spots was cracking. Pre-Katrina, hell yeah. But the New Edition was my shit. Man. It's a different game now, though, out there. It's a different game in the city. I don't think every city got hole in the wall spots. Cause they don't got hole in the walls out here on the West Coast like down south. I seen some hole in the walls in Houston. I don't know if they got some hole in the walls in Mississippi and yeah. See, cats on the West Coast and the East Coast, I don't think they understand when I'm talking about hole in the wall. From the East, the batteries be popping. Come on. Come on. I was there when it was prime time. All in the fucking fold. All in that bitch. What? She said, you already know. Hey, put it like this. My clubbing history in New Orleans goes all the way back to as far as Whispers. See, that's pretty far back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I used to be up in Whispers and shit. Tough. And they used to have a daiquiri shop. Hey, y'all remember that daiquiri shop on motherfucking Lake Forest? I'm trying to remember the name. They had a daiquiri shop right there on the corner, but they ended up turning that shit into a strip club. I'm trying to remember what the fuck that shit was called. It was cool as fuck though. On Crowd, the daiquiri shop on Crowder though. I know about that joint. But I'm talking about on motherfucking Lake Forest on they got Hole in the Wall in Pensacola. I can see that. It's down south. Bullard and Lake Forest. That ain't nothing over there. That's nothing. By the lake and Legion Fields. Nigga. Bullard and Lake Forest. What's over there? There's nothing over there. Except like a Walgreens or some shit. That's what I was thinking about. The daiquiri shop by Legion Fields in UNO. No, absolutely. I had a house right there when Katrina hit. Right there on Warrington Drive and shit. I just bought a house right there, man. I probably got like 6 months out that motherfucker. Lost that shit. I got maybe 7 months. Maybe 7. Hell yeah, I used to go to that daiquiri shop all the time. Only place I didn't go. Yeah, no doubt, man. Ah, man, I was making some shit happen. Ah, man. Hey, I fucked with everything in New Orleans. Only area I didn't fuck with too much. Only area. I'll go anywhere in New Orleans, but I'll keep it a buck. The only area I didn't fuck with. There was certain parts of Uptown I didn't fuck with. The motherfuckers in Uptown, they own some other shit. Shout out to my people Uptown, because I know some people Uptown, but I just don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it, because they own some other shit. I always kept my ass in Mid-City. You know what I'm talking about? The 7th Ward, the 5th Ward. I'm just keeping it a buck. Hey. I had the right people around me to give me the game. And you know, there was certain things that was told to me. Oh, absolutely. Come on, I ran with grimy dudes, and even the grimiest dudes told me, they was like, Ant, you don't need to be fucking around Uptown and yada yada yada. I already knew what time it was. Only time I went to Uptown, I went to pick up a little chick or some shit like that. You know, I pick a little chick up, keep it pushing, or whatever the case may be. I didn't fuck with no Uptown. No, man. I'll tell you a funny story right here. This is a fact. How I met Shy on some G shit. I met Shy when she used to work at Taco Bell back in the day. in the drive-thru. I pull up in the drive-thru banging the beats. That's knocking. You know what I mean? I done got the number and shit. Whoopty whoop whoop.
I've met many people
Taco Bell right there on motherfucking Tulane and Broad. Across the street from the Parish prison. That's facts. Come on, man.
coast to coast. Now our lives are in the hands of the pusher man. We break it all down in hopes that you might understand how to protect yourself. Don't make no profit for the
Man. Hey.
I'm so glad I've got my own. So glad that I can see my life's a natural high. The man can
I already know. Hey, but I bet you downtown, so that shit is cool. No doubt. I used to kick it on St. Charles though. They was cool over there. They was on some funny shit on Claiborne. Claiborne and Napoleon and shit. They was doing some weird shit. I met your ass downtown. So that's, you know, yeah.
in such a way you'll never see.
Uptown had the coolest chicks though, no doubt. Tulane and Broad. I just said that. Pulled up in the whip with the beats. Man, back in those days when I was eating junk, got me a Mexican pizza. You know what I mean? Some bullshit like that. Oh, I fucks with Philly too. I got ties out there. She said those were the good old days. Oh yeah, it's when shit was simple. The game was different. It's when the city was live. It was prime time. It was prime time out there, no doubt. I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. That shit was live as fuck though. But it was the lesson of a lifetime run. Hey, oh my God, hold up. Yo. Man, I done took L's. I took some L's in New Orleans. I took some L's. I have to figure shit out? Absolutely. Yeah, they cutthroat. Hey, let me tell you something. Again, man. Man. I didn't fuck with nobody from Uptown until Soulja Slim. After I plugged up with him, he was like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. He was like my gatekeeper, you know, like he opened up the door as far as the production and shit, you know, and had me fucking with all types of people with the music and shit, you know. But until then, nah, you right, them Uptown cats be on some other shit. And see, and my people, what you guys gotta understand, this is what you guys gotta understand, and I think my people on this feed, they'll agree with me. That's from New Orleans. One of the problems that New Orleans have is heroin. You know, and I'm not saying selling it and being on it. You know, saying they have a huge junkie problem. Hey, it's one thing if you're dealing with a crackhead, if you're dealing with a weed head or whatever, but when you fucking with a junkie on that dope, I'm like for reals, when you fucking with motherfuckers like that and they need that fix and shit like that, it's a whole different ball game. A whole different ball game. And Uptown, you know what I'm saying, like they have a real bad problem with that. And that's why, you know, you gotta watch yourself and shit like that. All those rappers and shit did dope. They snort that shit. They don't even, they so ill with it in New Orleans, they snort heroin. They don't even shoot it like how it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you guys know the atmosphere. Like, I mean, all over the city, people do dope, you know, but Uptown in particular, that's what they do. Yeah, they junkies. And the worst thing you want to do is deal with a junkie. Hey, you could deal with a junkie is worse than somebody on meth. That's facts. Man. They'll do anything to get that fix. Anything. Anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, that shit ain't like other states. New Orleans is not like other states where they got gangs and Bloods and Crips and all this other shit. That shit operate in wards. It's weird. The dynamic is super weird. But the dope, especially back in those days, the dope. So I'm cool. I always just wanted to smoke my weed, smoke my Reggie back in the day. You feel me? Smoke my Reggie and drink my daiquiris. Cause anybody saying they was smoking bomb in the late 90s and early 2000s, you a fucking lie. Everybody was smoking Reggie back in those days. We was all smoking Acapulco Gold, and we was all picking seeds out of our weed. We was all smoking compressed weed. Nobody started having good weed until the mid 2000s. And that's facts. My favorite was the golden red. Lebanese hash. Ah, dude. Come on, man. Hey. I used to get I used to smoke halves. I'll tell you this much. Before I even talk about weed, let me tell you how ill New Orleans is. They had a presidential race in the early 2000s, maybe 99. Whatever presidential race was, they do it every 4 years. So whatever happened in 99 or 2000 or whatever race happened right there, hey, they had a drought. They had a drought in New Orleans. I mean, I've never seen no shit like this before in my life. It was a real drought in New Orleans where you couldn't get no weed at all. Like, literally. Like, and I'm not exaggerating. And if you was able to get the weed, motherfuckers was very shady on the bags. I'm talking about like it was little, little shit like this going for like $10 and shit. You barely get one blunt out of it. Shit got crazy for a minute. Michael B, tell him, man. He said on the East Coast too. It was during the election or some shit like that. You couldn't get no weed at all. I had to fly back to the West Coast. That's how crazy it was. I had to come back to Cali and get tight. It reached Grambling. I remember that. Was it the Bush election? Okay. Ricky Williams was buying all the weed in the drought. I forgot Ricky Williams was around. He sure was on that shit. Nah, this was a real fucking drought, man. That shit is crazy. I mean, I know it didn't affect the West Coast or nothing like that, but the Louisiana area, I'm not even too sure about Texas or anywhere else, but he said the East Coast. Man, that was a good time though. I still tell people some of the best weed I ever smoked was in the 90s. I don't give a fuck how high powered the weed we're smoking right now is. That Reggie we was smoking in the 90s is the best shit. Nah, seriously. That fucking weed back then will have, you know, man, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. We be cool right now and shit like that. You know, I be high and all this other shit, but that weed in the 90s, man, was something else. That was something else. The whole Central Time Zone. Oh, I think that shit was bigger than that. You couldn't function. I used to be stoned back then. And you know what? This is my thing. I've smoked Fire Reggie before. I've smoked Fire Red. This is what I'm saying. Skunk is still around now. Dude, that skunk and Thai weed and shit. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. That red hair stress was for real. That red hair shit, man. Shout out to Herschel, Supreme OG. I used to get pre-Katrina. I was getting half ounces for $25 of stress, of bomb stress from my homeboy. I'm not gonna say his name or nothing like that, but I had to connect. I was getting quarter pounds, you feel me, from my people and shit like that. You know, how much I was getting QPs from. Man, I was getting QPs for maybe 140 pre-Katrina of stress, 150 or some shit like that for a QP of stress. And I used to call myself by selling. But I wouldn't be selling. What I would do, I had a studio at my house and shit like that. And I used to have traffic at the house all the time. 140 tops, yeah. I had a studio at the house. And everybody used to come over and record. So, and there motherfuckers be looking for weed. So I used to have a big ass like Philly container, and I'll just tell people to drop money in there. You know, just put some money in there, and we just smoke all night. $140 ain't shit. That ain't shit for a QP 150. Come on, man. We was going through QPs like it was nothing. Back in those days, smoking big weed. Absolutely. The chronic changed the game. Dude, but not really, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Not everybody could afford the chronic. No doubt. Nobody could afford the chronic. But a motherfucker could afford a QP of stress. Think, dude, you could get you, back in the day, it'll cost you $200 to maybe get you an eighth. Maybe get you an eighth of chronic in the 90s. Some hydroponics type shit. Maybe in the hundreds and shit. For all that, you could get you some bomb ass Reggie. You get you some bomb ass Reggie. And look. This don't call yourself trying to flip the shit. You trying to flip it. Most motherfuckers I knew, they'll take the shit in this bag of dimes. There's dimes of that shit. And if you couldn't make about 300 off the QP, off of dimes, come on, man. Back in those days, everybody moved dimes and nicks. Dimes and nicks. Dimes and nicks. Unless you had a plug, you can get you an ounce and shit like that. Chronic was 300 an ounce here. Michael B. Motherfuckers was making a living. Hey, motherfuckers was making a living selling nicks and dimes. That's facts. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Making a living. Come on. Come on, man. Wait. But everybody was looking for chronic. No. But here's the cold part though, Steve. Hey. The closer you got to Mexico, the whacker the weed was. The worst weed ever. And I hold this strong. And I love this city. I love this city till the wheels fall off. Hey, Houston, Texas got the wackest weed ever. Hey, that shit is so garbage that I've never smoked no good shit. I lived in Houston. I lived out there, man. My baby was born out there. That shit is trash. I smoked some weed. That shit was tasting and smelling like perfume. You feel me? That shit was tasting and smelling like perfume. Compressed. Me and my homeboy, we in the house. We breaking up some compressed weed. We was in there laughing because that shit was smelling like lavender. Oh, absolutely. It's all about who you knew. But New Orleans had good weed. New Orleans had good Reggie, no doubt, man. I'm just saying this Houston, man. I never smoked no fire. And I knew a bunch of motherfuckers who sold weed out there when I was staying out there. And there was a white dude. He called himself having some White Widow. You guys remember that White Widow back in the early 2000s? He had that shit, but he was charging, I remember he was charging like $80, $90 for maybe an eighth of that shit. Compressed brick. Oh, man. Again, I used to get in New Orleans, I used to get my shit right out the East. You know, I had an in-house connect. I was good. It's just the dudes that I happened to hook up with when I moved to New Orleans, they were just the right motherfuckers. They had everything. I was good to go. I just lucked out. Back then, I had a great connect at Sarita. What is that? I have that White Widow. That right. Hey, he was taxing though. He was taxing for that shit. He was taxing for that shit. No such thing. Game recognized game and an N-O. You got with a A likes. Nah. Hey, I could have hooked up with the wrong motherfuckers. The energy just put me with the right cats, man. Like, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? I was very fortunate. These dudes, you know, they showed me the game. They literally showed me what it was and how that motherfucking shit operated. Nah, man. The rules of that shit out there. He said, "Oh, dude, that White Widow was fire." Yeah. I met some knuckleheads in the city too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know some. Yeah. Man. It's different times, man. That shit was that was a long time ago. That shit damn near 20 years ago. Shh. Hell yeah, that shit was 20 years ago. It's about to be 2020. Time is flying. Look where the weed game is at right now. Just look where we're at with it. We're about to have that shit nationwide in a minute. Like, I would say by the end of this year, by the end of 2020, weed is gonna damn near be everywhere. They just passed the law federally. Absolutely. It's coming. Illinois got it now. Illinois is the what they say, the 11th legal state now. States like Texas and Louisiana and Mississippi, they're gonna be the last to hop on. They're gonna be the last to hop on. I could see that. I had some bud from Virginia Islands, from Virgin Islands back in the day. It was probably fire. The scales are tipping. He said no lie. It's gonna be a while till Texas ain't gonna hop on. I can't see that. I can't see that. I can't see it. And see, in Louisiana, they on the slave shit too much. So they're gonna thug this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because if they legalize weed, they're gonna end up there's a lot of people in jail doing football years. Like, these are facts. You got motherfuckers in Louisiana doing real football years. You know what I'm talking about? Over some weed. Turn it up. Yeah, the whole jailhouse. And if they change the law up, they have to let everybody go. They're already expunging everybody's shit out here on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? If you had any type of weed charges, you got a clean record now. They still got the chain gang in Louisiana. They still got the chain gang. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. Louisiana is the worst place to go to jail in. Like, seriously. Those states like Louisiana and Mississippi, you don't want to really get arrested out there. Like, the way those states operate, what put it like this, what you will actually get what will actually be a misdemeanor in other states or whatever, it will be a felony in Louisiana and those states. Yeah, I'm safe saying that. Their laws are crazy.
It's hard to understand. There was love in this man. I'm sure all would agree that his misery was this woman and things. Now Fred is dead. That's what I said. Everybody's misused him, ripped him off and abused him. Another junkie plan, pushing dope for the man.
Yo.
But that's how it goes. Fred is on the corner now. If you wanna be a junkie, wow. Remember, Fred is dead.
Yo, I got arrested in New Orleans for a roach, for a little roach, like in 2002, 2003. Don't you know they was trying to prosecute that shit, like as a felony, like for reals, over a little roach. I'm not even exaggerating. It'd be different. I mean, man, a little fucking roach. I just happened to forget it was sitting in my ashtray. I had to go sit in the parish. Had to go sit all up in there for about a day. All up in OPP. Shit was crazy. I knew some motherfuckers. See, this is another thing. And this is the thing about New Orleans. How New Orleans operate. New Orleans is, you can know everything in the world. Everything. You could be the smartest motherfucker in the world. You can have all these degrees in everything. But New Orleans operate is not what you know, is who you know. And that's facts. And back in those days, before Katrina, everybody knew somebody that worked in the jailhouse. They worked in the courthouse, some shit like that. So you was able to make shit happen. Man, I had to pay some money, but nah, that shit went away though. Get a cop with a weed seed is a felony in Phoenix in the 90s. I believe that. I definitely believe that. I done had them years tucking the weed all in your sock. You know what I mean? Being at the light, being all paranoid and shit. When a cop and shit getting behind you and shit because you got a bag on you. Oh, southern states are no joke. They want to send you to jail for anything out there. Anything. Absolutely. I got the munchies.
Just think of Fred. Everybody's misused him, ripped him off and abused him. Another junkie plan, pushing dope for the man.
Back.
A Fed is on the corner now.
Facts, Herschel. That's why I don't take highway trips no more. You know how people used to get on the road and just drive state to state? You feel me? It was cool to take a road trip. Man, you fuck around and disappear on a road trip now. Like, it's cool, like going to Vegas and Nevada to California. That's something different. But motherfuckers used to be taking trips, driving from California to Texas and little family, but you know what I'm talking about. Man, you fuck around and disappear now. Get caught up in one of these little towns. Man. The way I used to travel back in the day, I will never do that shit again. Driving across country by myself and shit, little road trips. I'll never put myself in that position again. Man, it's cheaper. And that's another thing. It'll be cheaper to fly everybody than to sit there and rent a car and drive cross country. He said he hitchhiked. He hitchhiked from Long Island to Boston. Try that shit now. Do that shit now, man. Oh, Steve, don't even have me get started with that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? That city right there. That's why I'm fucking reacting the way I am. Hey, because of Rufio, Texas, that motherfucking city is in between Corpus Christi and Houston, Texas. It's on Highway 77. I've been on that motherfucker. And because of that shit, that's why I don't drive on the highway no more. They pulled up on my motherfucking black ass so motherfucking hard. And I'll tell you exactly, if you've been to Rufio, I'm going to tell you exactly where I got cracked on, because this is where they get everybody. When you go through that freeway, the freeway turns into a city. That motherfucker turned into a city, and they got one light. They got one light in the whole town, and everybody got to go through this fucking light. I went through that motherfucking light. Hey, I must have made it maybe a mile past that goddamn light. That big ass dude pulled up on me and shit. Like, for real. Pulled me out my shit. Went through all of my shit. Opened up my beat machine with the screwdriver. Opened up the speakers. I mean, they checked everything up in that motherfucker. Like, absolutely, and shit like that. I had some weed on me, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'll have some weed on me. I ain't gonna get all into that. But that motherfucker was, he went everywhere in my shit. And because of that shit, that's why I don't even drive anymore. After that shit happened, I told myself, I was like, yo, this is the last road trip I will ever do. I'll never drive on the highway again. And I've been flying ever since. This was a road trip. My mom was living in Corpus Christi, and I was about to drive back to L.A. You feel me? You live in Corpus. I got family out there right now. I got tons of family out there. I just won't drive there. I'll never drive there anymore. The fuck? I will never get on that motherfucking 59, that 77 going to Victoria, all that shit, man. I'll fly to Corpus and call me an Uber from the airport. Damn. Is that right, Master Yip? Yeah, with a screwdriver. Hey, Herschel. Opened up everything. It wasn't one of these searches. They, like, just go through your stuff and everything. Look. Open everything. He just needed a seat to work with. He would have had a seat, he would have took me to jail. Like, this is for real. And I would have got stretched out. I would have got stretched out over a seed. It would have just been over. Just been a wrap. And then this was in 2007. Facts. Oh, for sure. Who's your uncle? I knew a dude that watched the stream. His name was Lazy Gamer. He used to watch the stream from Corpus. I ain't seen that dude in a while. But nah, man. Fuck that, man. I'm cool on that fucking shit, Corpus Christi. Y'all stay off that fucking highway, man. Texas got the illest police, though. Texas, bunch of RoboCop type cops. Texas will send your ass to jail. They'll stretch you out. And Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama too. Alabama will send your ass to the hole. No, hold on. Herschel, this is where it gets crazier. Hold on. They got this thing down south because I had got this twice. I got this same thing in Mississippi. I got this same shit in Mississippi. But this time right here, after he went through all my shit, right? After he went through all my shit, this shit was like a get out of jail free card. He gave me a ticket. He gave me a ticket, but it wasn't a ticket like I got to go to jail. It was a ticket. So if I get pulled over again, I just show whoever the ticket, and it's going to be letting the cop know that I'm good. Already been checked out. And Nady's going to leave me alone. The cop told me, he's like, look, if you get pulled over again, you just show this and you ain't going to have no problems. And they ran that same shit in Mississippi too. It's like a get out of jail card or some shit. Yeah, this is facts. They operate different out there. And them motherfuckers being and they don't be in like city cars. You know how in the city they be in like Chargers and regular shit, like, basic cars. Them motherfucking cops out there, they be in motherfucking Camaros, supercharged Camaros, motherfucking Chargers, Hemis, Demons. These be police cars and shit like that. Juiced up cop cars. They cut his seats. I believe that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. In today's time, like I learned, like, everywhere got the weed. There's no need. All that driving shit is just different, man. It's not worth even, like, you'll still go to jail right now in Texas for some weed. Get pulled over and get busted with some weed out there. Like, facts. And how they make their money out there too in these little ass towns. They'll take your ass to jail for speeding. They'll take your ass to jail. Get caught up in a speed trap. You doing like 90 or 100. They taking you to jail. And then you got to bail yourself out right then and there. And then you got to come back wherever state you live in. Hey, doesn't matter where the hell you live. You got to take the time out and come back to this little ass town, this little country town, and motherfucking go to court, or you gonna have a warrant, a crazy warrant. Hey, shout out to the lazy gamer. I know he had a stroke. How's he doing? That's what's up, man. Shout out to the lazy gamer. I know he was about a year or two ago. It's good. Tell him it's good to, yeah, man. It's good to hear from him. I'm about to tap out of here, though. I've been rambling forever, man. That shit crazy about Rufio. Rufigio. Some crazy shit. You guys Google that shit. They call it the drug route. I didn't know then. I was just trying to make a move. I don't like Corpus Christi, too. I'm glad my mom moved from there. I ain't trying to knock you guys out there and shit. But that shit is... hey, Corpus Christi, that has to be the most boring place on earth. Like that's like a retirement city. Like it's a full-blown city, but that shit is this... Man. That's all I gotta say about Corpus Christi, man. That shit is just like, man. All right, let them know. Let them know, man. Let them know. Yeah, it does. Nah. Hey, I tried my hardest. To fuck with Corpus Christi. Man, I gave that shit a fair shot. It just wasn't working. And I just moved to Houston. After that Katrina shit, I was trying to figure out my move. I get enough of that in California. What? I'm thrown off. I still got people in Houston. You know what I mean? I mean, I still got people out there, man. He said I'm cool on Texas. Yeah, don't fuck with Texas. Hey, that's what they say on that sticker. Don't mess with Texas. And that's what, hey, they be serious about that. They got the fucking big ass signs all on the side of the highway. Says, don't mess with Texas. Don't mess with Texas. Hey, be cool, Michael B. I'm coming out of here also, too, man. I'm tapping out of here. It's 10:30. He said you made the right move. I think I did. Going to Houston. I needed to be in an area where it was a little movement. And I had some ties in Houston at that time. So, you know, especially with the skateboarding, I needed to be in an area where people were skating. And at that time, Houston was in favor. Texas and Mississippi. I mean, I could fuck with Houston. I actually like Houston. I just don't like the weed there, but I like Houston. I got nothing bad to say about Houston, Texas. I like New Orleans. I just don't fuck. If there's any place I don't fuck with, there's two places. I don't fuck with Mississippi at all. Like, there's no negotiating. I have no business being in Mississippi at all. I have no business being out there. You feel me? But and I don't have no business being in Atlanta. I don't fuck with Atlanta either. Police be on the funny shit in Mississippi. And they be on that weird shit in Atlanta. I'm good. Yeah, I don't go to Mississippi at all. There's no negotiating, Herschel. There's no talking about it. Hey, you guys know Savage Gorilla. Like, really ask that dude how the police are out there. Like, for real, them motherfuckers get active. Them cops out there is not playing. They not playing. Like that's a whole nother world. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you don't know the program. You don't know the program, man. You can get caught up in some shit. I'm cool on Atlanta. They too weird. What's going on, hash hands? Trying to tell y'all, man. Go fuck with Mississippi if you want. Fuck with Mississippi if you want. Hey, Herschel's not worth it. Every time I've driven through Mississippi, it's been bad. It's been completely bad. 100%, y'all. I have nothing good to say, and look, I'm not talking about the people. I mean, I had encounters with the law every time driving on that I-10 in between Gulfport and Diamond Head. You go and Google this on your map. Look on your Google Maps. It's a little stretch in between Gulfport, Mississippi, and motherfucking Diamond Head. That bitch is hotter than a firecracker. Man. Diamond Head police, Gulfport police, probably some of the shadiest police ever. I can't say nothing good. I can't say not one thing good about Mississippi. No, hell no. And I've been rolling strong like this for many, many years. That shit is whack. They try to do me dirty. Punk, man. They try to do me dirty out there in Gulfport, like for real. It is. And don't be a motherfucking black person driving in a car with some out-of-state plates, with some California plates, driving through Mississippi. Don't be on that. Matter of fact, let me give you the scenario. Let's really get funky. Don't be a 30-year-old black guy, you feel me, riding in a Chrysler 300 with Cali plates on the I-10. It's not going to be good. And that's not even, hey, we could go all the way back to the first time when I was pushing through, when I had the RX-7. When I had the RX-7, the blue RX-7, man. And they just pulled me over. You feel me? They just pulled me over. Check this shit out. These motherfuckers just pulled me over for no reason. Took my license, and then said, I said, what do you expect me to do? I need my license. They said, figure it out, but you better not get in that car and drive it. What kind of shit is that? And guess what? My homeboy don't know how to drive a 5-speed. Come on, man. I had to make a decision. I was like, yo, we can't just sit here. Nah, so I had to chance it and gun it. Gulfport to the state line is about 20 minutes. I was so paranoid because I didn't have no license now, and I'm trying to get out of Mississippi. I don't got no ID or nothing, but I'm this man. Shit was fucked up. I had to come back. I had to come back a week later. I had a little chick bring me back to Mississippi to get my fucking license back, and I had to pay for that shit for no reason. Nah, dude. And the cold part about it, every time I got cracked by the police, it's in the same vicinity. It never fails. After the third time, you're like, well, fuck it. I'm just not going to go in this area at all. What are the odds of that? You getting busted 3 motherfucking times. 3 times. Oh, man. I'll just get on the plane. I don't got time. I don't got time for all that. And as far as down south, no black dude should be riding solo. Should be doing any road trip solo right now. Get your ass on that motherfucking plane and keep it going. Them cops down there, they plant shit on you, all that good shit. I'm just telling you I seen some shit. Said took my license. I had a cop. They was fucking with me when I first moved out there, man. I had a cop. That shit came back on him though. This one cop, dude, I forgot what his name was, but when I first moved to New Orleans, man, this cop used to always pull me over, just fuck with me and shit. Just fuck with me. And I remember I used to be smoking the beaties and shit like that. And I had a bunch of beady. If you guys know what the little beaties are, I had the little Indian cigarettes and shit. I had a bunch of them motherfuckers in the ashtray. And he fucking thought that shit was the weed and shit. And I was like, and I was telling him, this ain't no fucking weed. These are beaties and shit. So this motherfucker did some gangster shit. This cop goes to my car. I had the California plates. Because he couldn't get me for nothing. He couldn't get me for shit. So he took my plates off my car. He took my plates off my motherfucking car, man. And told me. He said, now, if I see you driving around, you going to jail and stuff like that. Come on, man. Crazy shit. Hey, my car was so goddamn hot when I first moved there. I had to get rid of this motherfucking RX-7. I got rid of this shit and hopped in some other shit. Just the fact I was riding out there with California plates, it was all bad. Telling y'all some shit back in those days, they did not like that shit. I don't know, they was on some bullshit. Who's up in this thing? I'm about to go. Just rambling. Oh, that Grover, Washington? No doubt. That shit was hot. Yes, sir. I'm getting up out of here, though, man. I just be talking. Just be rambling. Different things. I guess everybody on the sideline is just quiet tonight. We got a bunch of listeners, which is cool. It's whatever. I'm tapping out, my friends. And get this controller. I appreciate y'all time. Tap in. Yeah, shout out to Brother Steve. Shout out to the Lazy Gamer too, man. That's what's up. That made my day right there. Yeah, get some rest and go to work tomorrow. Man, y'all be cool. Y'all be easy. Tell your people you love them. And check me out tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. I'm out.